What's up, guys? Welcome to a snowy Monday. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought they were wrong when they said snow. I was like, nah, we've been warm. It's gonna be rain. It's been snowing pretty hard now for a half an hour. We had a little bit of rain before this, a couple hundredths of an inch, but nothing major. So, yeah, we gotta figure out what the plan is and how we're gonna get all the field work done when it won't dry out, which is weird because 2 weeks ago we were like, do we even do any field work because it's so dry? That's why we're so far behind on field work. Nobody wanted to touch their fields because they were scared if they went out there and did anything, all it would do was blow for the next couple of weeks while we waited on water. Well, we sat around and waited and waited and waited, and it rained. And everyone's like, all right, we can start doing field work. About the time it dries out, oh, hey, look, it rained again. Or snowed again, whatever. It is a weird feeling to have after how worried everyone was this winter. With that being said, I'm gonna go figure, oh, look at that, I'm coming up on. So, Saturday, while I was down at the cookout, had a power line go down in the 50-mile-an-hour winds. Snapped over. The wind was out of the south, so it snapped, went right on top of our windbreak there, then bales. They called the power company. Well, it's Saturday evening, you know, they got to get people in that were on call, get them in to the power plant, then they come out. By the time they made it out here, they had to call the fire department because them power lines were hot and started a bale on fire. So everything's okay. I mean, could have been much worse. When that wind, it could have sparked on the ground and took off or something, but thank God all it did was burn up a part of a bale. Big whoop. It's not like we don't have others right there. So you lose the half a feed bale, I'll take that. I will take that as opposed to losing a pile. But yeah, so it was kind of an interesting little event Saturday, we'll say. So I'm gonna go figure out what the plan is, probably run a feed truck here for a little bit, and then lots of shop work. And spring break is over, so now everybody's back, which means we won't get anything done in the shop because you'll have 5 guys working on one thing, which means you have no guys working on one thing. We got a whole lot done in the shop last week with just 4 of us. It was pretty good. But now there's going to be 7 of us. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Evening, everybody. So it turned into a shop day, paperwork day. And yeah, that's really about it. I mean, they're getting really close to finishing up the chopper. Oh man, this road is awesome. This drives me nuts. 2.5 inches of rain 2 weeks ago, or 10 days ago, and the road held up pretty good. Now we got somewhere around 0.8 of an inch today, and it is a mud hole. And because the road graders around here don't put peaks on the dang dirt roads, all the water stands on the road instead of runs off. It is awesome. And you got about top 2-3 inches is just slop that you got to fight through. So it'll drive you absolutely nuts to deal with for a couple days. Anyways, back to what I said. So we got a truck in to start working on batteries, service the loader, you know, kind of the usual stuff in there. Paperwork, I had to go get a bunch of stuff kind of finished up, trying to tie up loose ends from the barbecue. Got to get money deposited so we know where we stand on donations. Just a lot of fun. Then, of course, there's always paperwork that the FSA office needs. And with the good old restrictions that have been put in place since Inauguration Day, all USDA buildings are required to keep staffing at a maximum 25%. They cannot keep up at 100%, and now we got them at 25%, and we sit back and wonder why nothing is getting accomplished. It's frustrating. I'm sure they're frustrated by the mandate placed upon them. But yeah, paperwork that was supposed to be done over a week ago just arrived today, and since it was supposed to be due a week ago, the deadline got pushed back till the end of the month, which that's going to get pushed back even farther, I'm sure. So lots of fun. I'm going to drive around, see what we got going, go take a look at the canal. Maybe we got some water up there, and I'll actually have something to talk to you guys about. So here's what I wanted to show you guys. See that water in the canal? Yeah, that's got me starting to get a little antsy and a little on edge. So the way our canal works is you have water for 48 hours, and it goes on to the next one, then the next one, and works its way all the way down to the bottom, and then starts over. We're almost at the bottom. That ridge line over there is the bottom. The water is a long ways away from here, but what we do at the start of the year is whenever a group of gates shuts off, the next group doesn't turn on right away. Instead, what they do is they let that big surge of water push its way down the canal a ways and push a bunch of tumbleweeds with it. It just kind of helps clear out the jams of weeds. Rather than a little trickle causes a bigger jam, you send a big push to really force the weeds to go. The reason that's got me nervous is because we have a lot of stuff to get done. This time of March is normally one of our busier times for field work, and we've got nothing started yet. Like I was saying earlier, everyone around here was real nervous to touch the soil because we didn't want it to start blowing. You know, 2 weeks ago, before we got that big rain, we were much more concerned about blowing dirt than anything. So if I went out and tilled my fields to get ready, well, then I got to worry about that field blowing. And this canal bank is soft. I don't know if you can see the tracks behind me. This shale is normally rock hard, and this is surprisingly soft up here. Anyways, so because everyone was nervous about having to deal with blowing dirt, nobody really did any field work yet. Hay fields should all be harrowed. We should be all but done floating because they're going to start greening up soon. And once they start greening up, then it's really hard to do any work without causing serious damage to the plants. I always joke harrowing and floating, it kind of knocks around that crown and wakes it up, kind of tells it, you know, it's time to get going, and it'll green up and take off. Well, if it does that on its own, then you're too late and you're going to cause damage. So yeah, we should have a harrow going, we should have floats going, we should have a disc ripper going, cultipacker. We should have a lot of equipment rolling, and we've got nothing rolling. So I joked with someone the other day, we were right on top of things until it rained, and then all of a sudden we were 2 weeks behind. Well, now we went a full week with doing nothing. That's 3 weeks behind, and we got more moisture, so now I feel like we're about a month behind. So we'll see. I don't know. It's got me nervous. It's a good nervous. I'd rather be nervous about getting stuff done than nervous about whether my field's gonna blow. So this is a nice change. We've got seed on order. We've got chemical on order. Still trying to figure out corn seed. We got a bunch of spring trit ordered. I think I talked about that the end of last week. That came in. We've got chemical in. We're ready to go. It's just a matter of being able to go. So with that, I think I've rambled on long enough to take enough of your guys' time. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video now. Our storm should be done. There's another slight potential tomorrow, but it looks like that's going to go well south of us, so we should be able to start drying it. It looks like it warms up a little, should dry out a little. Hopefully by the end of the week we're able to do something maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. With that being said, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys later.